70 The Game.
Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin is on the air. Talking Golf is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Oak Park Place, Wild Rock Golf Club, Mercedes-Benz of Madison, TPC Wisconsin, University Ridge Golf Course, Ridgetop Exteriors, Southern Italy Imports, and Nevada Bobs. Now, here's your
Mics are on.
Talking Golf. Wisconsin Golf Hall of Famer Dennis Tiziani, Wisconsin Broadcaster Hall of Famer Paul Braun, Wisconsin Premier Golf Reporter Gary D'Amato, and host of his daily statewide sports talk show, Mike Heller.
Oh, we welcome you in to Talking Golf the day after the final major of the year. The next significant golf event will be the Ryder Cup at the end of September. But the Open Championship wrapped up on Sunday, Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland, and Scottie Scheffler did it again. It is his fourth major championship, and he has won the U.S. Open. He is one major championship away from a career Grand Slam. And Tiz, I want to begin with you. He did it in another fashion. He doesn't give up 54-hole leads in all of his championships, and I believe he's 11 for 11 when he leads a tournament at the end of 54 holes. What is it about the mentality, I would assume, and the game that allows him to be such a very good closer?
I think when listening to him that he is very content, happy within his framework, number one. Looks like he has, I don't know what his faith background is, but certainly the second arc priorities, family looked very good to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his education, obviously he's formally educated, and then golf is for us. So looks like he has all his priorities in the right place. I don't really have a lot of concerns other than some of the physical things he goes through, whether he's going to be able to maintain those functions from a core standpoint 5 or 10 years from now. But by that time, maybe he looks like the type of guy that could walk away.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
We talked about that a little off the air.
Yeah, he looks like he could walk away. He could be really happy with what's going on. But there's a particular deal, and I don't know, did we talk about this about way back when Steve was the captain for the
Ryder Cup?
Ryder Cup. He mentioned this guy, Scottie Scheffler. I said, well, who is that?
Yeah.
Where did he's nowhere. No. When he plays on the tour, he plays in money games with the players, and he beats them up pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy I want,
right.
just like that. Turned out pretty good. He took the number one player in the world and beat him 4-3, you know?
So I'm always curious about a guy like this. His short irons are fantastic. On Friday, I believe, he have 11 one-putt greens.
Yeah.
His putting is – what do you see when you see him putt? Now, that's a repeatable, but what do you see when you see him on the greens?
Relaxed. Putts on the exhale.
Yeah.
You know, he's a tremendous reader of the greens. Notice when he reads these.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's got at his speed sometimes that he misses, but he reads the green very well. But he also leaves the ball on the green in a position where the putt is easier.
Yeah.
And his distance control is very good, something that we work on, Steve and I. I mean, getting distance control. I mean, you can miss the hole by 20 feet, but you're only 20 feet if you're right across from it.
Yeah.
You'll notice when he doesn't have a lot of these. And a short game inside of 150, you know, is pretty good. A lot of gimmies there, you know. No, he's really good, very deserving of what's going on. And he's from America.
Well, that helps.
You know, that's a big...
Well, he's from Texas.
Well, he's from Texas.
Dennis, in his day, Tiger was dominant, obviously, for a long period of time.
Yeah.
The players admitted he was the guy that they had to beat every week. Do you think the current playing group of pros on the tour feel that way about Scheffler?
Well, if they don't, they should, because he's beating them all the time. There were some other, I don't know how to put it in such a way. Scheffler is doing it on a natural basis. I don't know if that occurred with some other people.
Yeah.
I don't want to blow it up, but you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
People sometimes, don't get developed like that by just lifting weights.
Yeah.
So there were some things there. However, that being said, if you look at Tiger's swing, fundamentally, it's the best swing there is. There's another guy who was close to him was Ben Hogan.
Sure.
But even then, Hogan was sloppy.
Yeah.
But this guy here, by far, and I'm saying by far, fundamentally, the best swing out there is Tiger Woods, even today.
I want to go back to Scheffler's. He had comments last week. There was a 5-minute answer in the press conference last week before the tournament began that really got a ton of play.
It really did.
It really was very, very good. He readdressed it yesterday, post-round, post-tournament in the Champions press conference, and I think it includes the question, so you'll hear the question and his response. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Congratulations, Scotty. Easy question.
Clear, 2+ minutes, about 2:20.
About it's going to be awesome for 2 minutes to win the Open. Obviously, your name appears now alongside some of the great names of this sport. Is it going to be longer than 2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I think we live now in a day and age of where, clickbait is kind of what people look for, and you can shorten a 5-minute clip into, 3 words. I think really underestimates what I was trying to communicate. Maybe I didn't do as effective a job of what I would have hoped to in communicating that, but, at the end of the day, I have a tremendous amount of gratitude towards moments like these. I've literally worked my entire life to become somewhat good at this game, to be able to play this game for a living, and it's one of the great joys of my life being able to compete out here, and to be able to win the Open Championship here at Portrush is a feeling that's really hard to describe. I'm very fortunate to be able to come out here and live out my dreams. I grew up a kid in Texas that wanted to play professional golf. I grew up wearing pants to the golf course because that's what I wanted to do. I saw professional golfers like Justin Leonard, Harrison Frazier, those types of guys on TV wearing pants, and I was like, I want to be like those guys. So I used to wear pants to grow up to play golf, and it'd be 100 degrees out. I'd be way too hot. People would make fun of me, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a professional golfer, so I wore pants. And I don't know why I'm so lucky that I get to live out my dreams, but it's something that I'm very grateful for. And so if somebody's going to listen to the comments I had this week, I would encourage them to listen to all of it. And hopefully I did a good job of communicating that, this is amazing to win the Open Championship, but at the end of the day, having success in life, whether it be in golf or work or whatever it is, that's not what fulfills the deepest desires of your heart. Am I grateful for it? Do I enjoy it? Oh my gosh, yeah, this is a cool feeling. I can't wait to get home and celebrate this championship, with the people that have kind of helped me along the way. But at the end of the day, it doesn't fulfill the deepest desires of my heart. And but it's just
20 seconds. Mics are on.
When you haven't lived it, something I actually talked to Shane about this week was, just because you win a golf tournament or accomplish something, it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't. Maybe for a few moments, maybe for a few days, but at the end of the day, there's more to life.
5 seconds.
But, I'm pretty excited to go home and celebrate this one.
So, Dennis, we talk about it many times here. You have that mantra of faith, family, education, then golf.
Yep.
He didn't say it in those exact terms, but it is exactly, I believe, what he meant to say.
Here's what I got from it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't wear pants that plays professional golf?
Yeah, well, the Live Tour.
Oh, there we go. See, is that a little bit of a shot from the sideball there? I don't know, but that's what I picked up for it. Yeah, that's right. See, that's what I would have said if I was interviewing. Has Live anything to do with
sure.
wear pants?
Yeah.
There's a lot to what he said, though.
Yeah.
I grew up in a golf atmosphere. My father was a golf professional, and on and on and on. But there are certain things.
Yeah.
Long pants.
Yeah.
Those shoes better shine.
Yeah.
And it's ironic that I listened to
Scotty Scheffler here or
the guy Donald Trump.
Okay. Yeah.
And I listened to what he said, and when he interviews people or when he meets people, he checks their shoes to see if they're shiny. And way back when, now this is
all right.
60 years ago,
That 2-minute clip should be mandatory listening for every athlete in America.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I do think, and he made no bones about it. He went back to it 3 or 4 different times, how grateful he is for the opportunity that he has in front of him. And he's blessed with genetics that have allowed him to get there. But I say this many times, you have to have both. You have to have genetics and a work ethic and a mentality that will get you there. Because we all know those who have talent and don't do enough with it, or those who don't have enough talent and it doesn't matter how much they grind, there's only so far you can get. And Tiz, you've worked with those players, the competitive side of this industry, who are on both sides of that equation. Ones who don't work hard enough and ones who, no matter how hard they work, there's not enough there.
Well, and he has both of those things.
Yeah.
But, you know, in listening to him, I don't know, does he watch the news? Does he do all that sort of stuff? So it doesn't seem to me like he is inundated with stuff that a lot of people are and have opinions on what's going on. He doesn't seem to have an opinion about anything.
No, but he certainly understood how his comments last week on Wednesday were misinterpreted.
Exactly.
And he wanted to address that when he finished the round of golf. Let me get onto the golf course. Have you ever had the situation that happened to Rory in the final round, of which or Saturday's round, in which he hit a golf shot from the rough, and another golf ball popped straight up in the air that was buried underneath where his ball was?
No comment. There's no, should be no penalty there.
No, there isn't. But have you ever?
Absolutely.
What an extraordinary
absolutely.
moment! I've never seen it.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's happened to me, but I know that I've been around when that's happened.
Sure.
And there was the ball came right out of the deal, or they hit it and both balls went out.
Sure. Now
Didn't
you have
just
to
pop
identify
up. They
which
went
is
out.
yours, right?
What the hell was that?
Yeah, right. It was crazy.
For Rory, it was a big weekend, too. I mean,
Yeah.
you go back home. He lived about an hour away.
Right.
He won there 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And apparently they set all-time records
Well, you
for
could see
golf
it.
attendance.
You could see it. It was extraordinary. And, you know, it kind of goes back to one of our opening comments here tonight, is if Scheffler is in the field and he plays near his best, right now nobody else really has a chance.
No. I looked at some statistics. Under par in the Open, in the majors, he's at 32 under. The next guy is at 11.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
is there. Now, is the it's really funny. For me, there's more competition out there today.
Yeah.
More competition. I mean, 30, 40 people that can shoot
Sure.
these numbers.
Right.
How does this JJ guy come out of nowhere and he wins an Open? Come on.
Yeah.
So, they're out there. I mean, and then we can go further back, and I've got some junior golfers,
Yeah.
59.
Right.
65,
Sure.
64s. I mean, people that are 17 years or younger. It's there. But there's also a commitment. That guy does not play basketball, football, soccer,
Sure. Yeah.
racing.
So
he
one
plays
sport
golf.
deal. Yeah.
That's what he focuses on. And every one of the guys that I deal with, they have tremendous backing, parental backing.
Sure.
Not somebody who's saying, you got to do this, you got to do this.
Yeah.
No. They attend, they make it available to them. And these kids are very appreciative. And I see them every day here, half a dozen or more, doing just that.
Tiz, I have a question for you that I said on my statewide show earlier today that I would ask you. As we played Jordan Spieth cut on the show earlier today, and Jordan was talking about Scotty's not worried about growing the game or being an ambassador for the game. Should he be?
No.
Because Tiger maybe he didn't do it overtly, but he grew the game just based on his ethnicity and the quality and the flair of which he played the game. But I don't think, Hogan didn't do it that way. Maybe Arnie did, but Jack won more tournaments, but Jack did it in a different way. Does he have a responsibility, in other words?
I don't think he does, no.
No?
I think doing just what he's doing, and thank you very much. But he's contributing.
Yes.
And he's contributing in a different way. And you mentioned some people, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, different. He started his plan, Arnie's Army.
Yeah.
I don't hear this,
Right.
I don't hear all that stuff where they have to get this going. Or we're dealing with Tiger Woods.
Sure.
Now, African-American guy. How many African-American guys you know?
Yeah.
Oh, all of a sudden, he's leading a whole framework of people.
Yeah.
And
he grew the game
grew
naturally,
the game.
organically.
I went to the Masters, and I'm sitting there. Steve's hitting balls, watching him hit, and all of a sudden, the stands fill up. fill up. 2 seconds later,
Yeah.
Here he comes. He goes, they're hitting balls. He gets done. He takes his glove off and he walks out. I look around and the stands are empty.
Yeah, they're all going with him.
So he's got an. What I really feel good is they did not dwell on his back on what he did off the course.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't dwell on that.
Yeah.
They went and stayed right on golf. I give the media a lot of credit for sticking right there to grow the game of golf, because let's evaluate him just on golf, not on this exterior stuff.
Yeah.
But this guy Scheffler, like I said, I don't think he watches TV. I don't think he has an opinion on too many things. He doesn't express it if it is.
Yeah.
He's interested in golf.
And
he's
family.
interested in that little kid.
That's right.
He's into that little kid, I mean, it's unreal.
Besides Scheffler and Rory, who would you pick to help grow the game? Who on the tour now could do that?
Well, I don't know. That's it. That's what you have. I mean, who's finishing second? There are people that are, on that senior tour. But then again, I look at that and who's there. Well, and they had their opportunity to grow and they didn't. Yeah. And I don't, I don't
like Spieth and Justin Thomas at one point, but not now. Probably.
No. Bryson DeChambeau could, but he's playing in a tournament on a tour that nobody sees.
Radical, but radical. Who's going to do that?
But very popular on the YouTube side of things.
Well, I mean, I'm anxious to see what's going to happen with this getting together.
Sure.
How's that going to work? And I think I've got it in my mind figured out. The money, Live Tour, is going to pay the money for all these people to play on the tour.
Right.
Not go to them and say, okay, give me your money back. You made $40 billion, all that sort of stuff. Get rid of that. The real money is going to come from somebody who has the money and has come in and is going to give the tour the money.
Sure.
I just hope that this thing, PGA, takes care of some of the people, like 20,000 people who are behind the counter, who are teaching these people how to play golf, who are doing this, who are really growing the game.
Tiz, one of the other big questions will be, if you do come together, what concessions happen? Because the Live isn't going to come back into the PGA and everything stays the same. They're going to want to bring some of the elements of their game to this game. So what concessions happen when the two come together?
First of all, you got to wear pants.
Well, that might not be.
We got to do that.
That's going to be on the table,
like
right?
There.
You don't
but
think
the
that's
other side
be
is
a negotiated piece?
Bring your game. But I know, the money's the issue, right? And they got rid of the guy who led the parade, who all of a sudden they fired.
Yeah.
Who didn't tell anybody what's going on, not even the board, and made a deal. I'd like to see the real, like anybody, like to see the real deal.
Does money take care of the hard feelings, or do they just have to go away?
Well, if all of a sudden they gave X number $1 billion and that money went to the PGA, who owns the PGA? The players. So the players are going to get the money, but a different way. But if they were smart, they would let those players come in while they are still having a draw and can make an influence in the game. That has to come together. You can't do that. And of course, why it went apart, I can't blame a professional golfer for taking the money. A
lot of money.
Well, it is, and that's what they did. But the other side of the coin is there were some people that were offered the money who didn't go there.
Correct.
Who chose to stay here and value the game.
What was Rory? $800 million.
Well, Rory, it would have been the biggest piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Well,
without question.
And
Spieth didn't go, and Thomas didn't go.
My point.
You know, though, when and I don't watch it like you guys that much, but you talk about DeChambeau and you talk about Rahm, for whatever reason, to me, they don't feel happy. Even playing on that tour. They're getting the money, but I wonder if they're really enjoying it.
But it's a proven thing. Money is not the end-all to happiness.
Yeah.
And after a certain point, the money doesn't figure.
Right.
It's what I can contribute, because in order to get ahead, you have to help other people get ahead.
Yeah.
That's how you get ahead. And when you're doing that type of deal, you helped yourself get ahead. I get it. I would have, offered that kind of money. But really, there's got to be a time where there's got to come to some senses, because they went out and got the best possible players they could get. The best possible players that are playing the young players are playing on the PGA Tour, and they're playing on that
Corn Ferry Tour.
on the Corn Ferry. That's a dying breed, and you're gonna keep buying people, and are you gonna buy the right people that are gonna do it for the right reason? So I'm hoping they get together, but I can see there's money's going to be the issue, but the money's going to be paid between the two. The Live Tour, are going to pay the PGA a block of money, which means you're paying all the players.
Yeah.
Not just, hey, you got to give some of your money to so-and-so and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it comes together.
Yeah, it would be great for everybody, for the game and for the TV fans.
We got time for one more?
Nope.
Okay.
What?
Sure, go ahead.
That's a change for you. Because at one position, at one time, you said, to hell with them. There's no way we ever want him back, right? That's the way you felt initially.
You made a decision to go. It's a dying breed. What are you going to do? Now who are you going to offer the money to?
Yeah.
To make this thing work. Yeah. Don't you see, people are not stupid. If you asked people today, who's the person that's moving golf the best and the most?
Well, the guy who just won is...
That's what I'm talking about. He's 28 years, however he is, 28, 29 years old. There's no thought of him going someplace else.
Correct.
And abandoning this United States.
Yeah.
So
Gary D'Amato will join us on the other side. Travis Becker, Director of Instruction, is in-house. He will join us just after the bottom of the hour. And Izzi Stricker, who won the state amateur a week ago and is playing in the Illinois Women's State Open, she'll join us about 6:45. We've got a busy show. Gary D'Amato is in with us when we come back, talking golf at TPC Wisconsin.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shop.
Clear. Break number 1, 3 minutes. Gary is on the line.
You name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2025 American Family Insurance Championship. This year's event debuted a new team competition and a new location at TPC Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to TPC Wisconsin June 5th through the 7th. Stay up to date on all things AmFam Champ at AmFamChampionship.com.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
Hey guys, it's Mike Heller for Lombardi Limonada. You know this is my time of year, hitting the links, grilling out, boating. Better weather means Lombardi time. Lombardi Limonada, an Italian-inspired hard lemonade, locally owned and made with all natural ingredients, none of those artificial sweeteners. And it goes great with just about any summertime activity, anytime, anywhere. Loosen up by picking up some Lombardi Limonada today at your local Festival Foods and make any time feel like summertime with Lombardi Limonada.
Escape to Wild Rock Golf Club in Wisconsin Dells, where championship golf meets breathtaking natural beauty. The perfect golf getaway awaits, with numerous luxurious lodging styles, perfect for groups of any size. Carved from the natural beauty of the area, Wild Rock is set against rolling hills,
1 minute,
rugged
1 minute.
views you won't forget. Book your next round or stay and play package today and get ready for an exceptional golf experience. Visit wildrockgolf.com for more information. That's wildrockgolf.com.
Hi, Matt LePay, your friendly game announcer for Ridgetop Exteriors. Is your home ready to stand out this season? Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardy, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they've delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com for your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first. first.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you.
10 seconds. You got 10.
New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Mics are on.
We continue on Talking Golf on this Monday. After tonight, by the way, just 4 shows remain in our 2025 season.
Then we go into hiatus.
Yeah, exactly. It goes very fast. Gary D'Amato joins us now. He is, for a retired guy, you sure find your way to some tournaments back after a vacation up in Brainerd. And now you're at the Lido, which is the site of the state Am on the Wisconsin side of things. What's going on there?
His life has not changed. It's the same.
It's the same as it was. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you guys ever see this place? It's like playing on the surface of the moon. There's not a tree on the golf course, and there's just these sand blowups everywhere. And it's just, if you haven't played a practice round here, and I know some guys came in here not playing practice rounds, good luck, because this place is hard to figure out. It's a cool place, though. And I think it's a great venue for the state Am.
Well, the scoring has actually been pretty impressive then by those standards. 6 under leads the tournament at last check that I have from Rubo, who's from Minocqua, and then Erlinson, who's from here, 5 under par. Nickel is 5 under par. So what have you noticed in round 1?
Well, you're right. I think the scoring is lower than I think everybody thought it would be. And I was talking to Adam Miller, really good player who's a caddy here, and he said it's really scoreable today. That there really wasn't much wind, especially in the morning. It was really calm. There's a little breeze in the afternoon, but they set it up. They have to get a bunch of guys through here, and after the cut, I think they're probably going to make it a lot more difficult. But I think they set it up in a way that there's birdies out there, but there's a lot of doubles and triples out there too.
Sure.
I mean, there's some guys making big numbers out there. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of guys under par right now, and I'm a little surprised about that.
Did you tell me that there's a 12-year-old in the tournament field?
Yeah, really good story. He turned 12 on June 10th, so he's barely 12. And Rob Hernandez is up here with me. We're doing some research, and Rob's trying to determine if he's the youngest ever to play in this championship. And so far, we think he might be. He shot a 70 in qualifying. And he shot 83 today, but they're playing the course at 7,200 yards, and I don't care how good you are at 12 years old. That's a big golf course. So, but kudos to him for just making it here, and he seems like a really, really nice young man. His family's here. His grandfather's caddying for him, so it's a pretty cool story.
Well, and you said Tony Romo is also in on an exemption into the field, and you saw him a few weeks ago at the Ray Fisher. And any update on how his opening round has gone?
Well, it's really funny. He's one of the guys who did not play a practice round, and he gets on the first tee, and I'm standing up there on the tee watching him, and he's getting out his yardage book, and he's looking around, and he turns around, and he goes, "Where does this hole go?" He had no idea where to hit it. And then I asked him, I said, "Well, does your caddy at least have some local knowledge?" And he said, "No, I've got a friend on the bag." So good luck, Tony. I think last time I looked, he was 6 over, which is not horrible for never having seen this golf course. But I think it's good to have him in the field. He played really well at Erin Hills 2 years ago, got an exemption last year into the field, and got another exemption this year. Whether you could debate whether he really deserves one or not, but he brings a lot of ice to this tournament and to golf in Wisconsin when he plays in Wisconsin tournament. He plays in the Ray Fisher every year, and he's been playing in the State Am, 4 or 5 years in a row here now. So it's good for the tournament probably, but some people might question whether he deserves an exemption, and that's fine. They can make that point.
Dallas Cowboys.
That would be part of it.
I didn't. Oh, that slipped out. I'm sorry.
Gary, you've been covering Wisconsin golf for 40-plus years. How would you call what would you describe as the state of golf in Wisconsin right now with new courses, a lot of younger people getting in to be better players and that type of thing? What's your analysis of that as you look at the total picture?
Well, I was just talking about this with someone today. If you would have told me all this would be happening, if you would have told me 35 or 40 years ago when I started covering golf that we were going to have Ryder Cups and PGA Championships and men's and women's U.S. Opens and Sand Valley being built. They're eventually going to have 10 courses here, I think, is what the plan is. And Whistling Straits, and it just blows me away every
Wisconsin.
time I think about it. How good the quality of golf is, and how many good players are in our state. It's amazing.
Yeah, you Tiz piped in. You forgot one. Where we
got
are.
3 letters.
I don't even have to say that, do I?
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Tiz's private club. Yeah.
Yeah, Tiz's private club. There
TPC.
you go.
Let me ask you about your impressions of the Open Championship and Scotty Scheffler's 4th major championship title.
Yeah, I think, a case can be made right now that he's as dominant as Tiger was. Some people might laugh at that, but when you look at what he's done, I saw a really interesting graphic on NBC that from Tiger's first major to his 4th major, it was 1,197 days. From Scotty's first major to his 4th major, it's 1,197 days. The exact number of days it took both of them to win 4 majors. Now, I'm not saying Scotty's going to go on to win 15, but he's definitely not stopping at 4. Let's put it that way. I see 7, 8, 9. Who knows? Who knows how many he's going to win? He's only 29 years old. I heard Dennis talking about him, and he's just he's such a great iron player. And when he went to that new putter and figured out his putting, now he's one of the best putters in the world now. And he drives it straight. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Yeah, and the other number, he and Rory both got to their 4th major in 25 major starts. It's just that it took Rory 11 years to get the 5th. So we'll see how that plays itself forward. One other note that I wanted to ask you about, Gary, before we move on, and that was that Keegan Bradley went on record saying that Bryson DeChambeau will be on the U.S. Ryder Cup team. He will not play another qualifying tournament. He cannot gain more points on the Ryder Cup points system. So Keegan Bradley said, okay, that's enough of any of the conversation. He will be on the U.S. Ryder Cup team. Your reaction to that?
I have absolutely no problem with that. Bryson showed in the last couple of Ryder Cups, especially Whistling Straits, how good he is in that format, how intimidating he can be with the driver. I have no problem. He's played great in the majors the last couple of years. And, some people might quibble, but because he's a live guy, but I have no problem with that. I don't know if Dennis has a problem with it, but I sure don't.
You could watch his reaction if you were here, and you'd see. You know what his answer is there.
I could give you a half a dozen players that are just as good as he is that are playing on our tour. That's just me again, You want to go ahead and do that?
Dennis.
Oh yeah. There's some fundamentals, that he has. That I know he plays good, but a lot of it's from strength. And if I had my pick, he'd be picking from the U.S. Tour. To me, they sold us out.
Sure.
That's what they did. They sold us out for the money. I agree. Then follow the money. Don't come back here now and go ahead and say U.S. Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Wrong. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Well, I wondered if we would get it. Hey, Gary D'Amato, we always appreciate the time we get to spend with you. Enjoy the State Am up at the Lido, and we'll look forward to talking to you again next week.
Quit being so political.
Oh, boy.
Sounds great. Thank you, guys.
See you, Gary. Thank you. We'll take a break. By the way, Izzi Stricker will join us in about 15 minutes or so.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
Now we're cooking.
Okay. You like our next guest.
Well, he's all right.
Travis is all right.
He's all right.
He's in studio.
Be careful now. He's right there.
He's right there.
In the back of the
Travis
studio.
Becker, Director of Instruction, joins us on the other side. You're listening to Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2020
Clear. Break 2. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
competition and a new location at TPC Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to TPC Wisconsin June 5th through the 7th. Stay up to date on all things AmFam Champ at amfamchampionship.com.
Sculpted by glaciers, played by champions, the University of Wisconsin Golf Course University Ridge is open for play and awaiting your arrival. With more tee times open in 2025, you can reserve your next round directly at universityridge.com. Not enough time for golf? Enjoy our excellent selection of Wisconsin golf merchandise. Fine-tune your game at our world-class practice facility or grab a bite and drink at the W Grill. Put University Ridge on your calendar in 2025 and play where the Badgers play. That's University Ridge Golf Course.
Would you like more time to focus on your hobbies and less time with keeping up with your home? This is Paul Braun for the Arbors Independent Living at Oak Park Place. Contact the leasing team at Oak Park Place to find out how you can live your best life doing the things you enjoy with neighbors that quickly become friends at the Arbors Independent Living at Oak Park Place on Madison's East Side and in Janesville. Live life, live well. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
If you're a golfer
One
who likes
minute,
a challenge,
1 minute.
consider being a member at TPC Wisconsin. The course provides you with a very challenging 18-hole layout that makes you think before you hit your next shot. After your round, you can relax at the completely renovated clubhouse. The new facility includes 3 restaurants, tennis courts, driving range, and programs for juniors, plus other great amenities. Are you up for the TPC Wisconsin Challenge? For details on becoming a member, 608-249-1000.
30
Hey, it's
seconds.
Mike Heller for Lombardi Lemonada Hard Lemonade. Everybody loves something new, especially when it's brand new and it tastes of your favorite hard lemonade just in time for summer. Lombardi Lemonada comes in 4 unique flavors, crafted with all natural lemon juice and no artificial sweeteners. Crisp, clean, and so refreshing. It's a little slice of
10 seconds, you got
right
10.
here in Wisconsin. Pick up some Lombardi Lemonada today at your local Festival Foods or at Woodman's and taste the summertime. Variety packs or single flavors available.
Mics are on.
TPC Wisconsin, along with Mike Heller, Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Braun, and Travis Becker, Director of Golf here at TPC, is with us. And before we go to Travis, Dennis, when we talk about Travis, he's one of the most highly recognizable teachers who's won numerous honors, not only around the state of Wisconsin and locally, but nationally. Give me a summary of Travis and what he's been able to accomplish here since coming back.
Well, you know, really, he has a penchant for teaching. And when I speak to the people that he teaches, I get the comment back how comfortable they are, how they feel comfortable in talking back. And in the teaching profession, you're really not gonna, you're not getting to the people unless he talks back. And he has that ability for them to feel comfortable, gives them the opportunity to talk. Different than a lot of teachers that I know, one sitting next to you who says, just shut up and take notes. Just shut up and take notes, right? So I appeal to some, but he appeals to them all, and that's what the whole deal is.
Travis, what's motivated you over the years, and how do you attribute the success that you've had? What is it that you've been able to do?
I think there's a lot of things that go into that. One is I got lucky 25 plus years ago starting out here when it was Cherokee Country Club and being mentored by Dennis and Larry Tiziani, 2 of the best in the Midwest. So I was very fortunate with that.
What's this Midwest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but go ahead.
And then again, the love for the game and the love of seeing people play better and want to play more, and just the smiles that it brings to them, and the relationships that I developed over the years. It's it all comes together, and there isn't one great part. It's kind of the whole big picture has been fantastic.
You know, one thing I've noticed about you and your instruction and that kind of thing, we see you up at the training center and on the range, but I also see you out on the golf course a lot with that individual student.
Sure. There's some technical stuff that we may do on the range working on the swing, but then there's playing the game on the golf course. Right. So it's going through different situations out there, different decisions that they need to make, different questions that they're asking them, so they have a plan when they're on the golf course.
We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, Paul, about the plan when you go to the teaching facility or you go to hit balls, whether it's at a driving range or a practice facility that they have here. That's one of the things that was my takeaway in working with you, Travis, is that when you go over there to have a plan, to make sure that you're doing things, and you do it in shorter increments because you understand that the focus goes in shorter increments. So walk us through that. We've done this before.
Sure. Usually a good starting point, there's 3 phases when you go to the range. First phase would be your warm-up phase, where you're working with a lot of wedges. You got a few objectives. One would be to get loose. One would be to make good contact. Another would be to get a good tempo going. Then phase 2 is the mechanical or technical phase. And usually we have a student and they're working on maybe 1 or 2 things. And typically it's 20 balls, and we do 4 sets of 5 balls. So the very first ball, it's stop and maybe feel that position that they're trying to get in without hitting the ball. The second one might be a little half swing, and then third is hit the ball. And they would go through 5 golf balls, and if the set went great, they would choose a longer club on the next one. If it didn't go great, choose a shorter club, tee it up. And they go through that process. Then the last phase is more of a skill phase where they're going through their routine. Maybe they're playing a game, they're hitting to a target, and they're scoring their shot with if it's perfect, we say score birdie. If it's good, it's a par. If it's okay, it's a bogey. Bad, it's a double, and they have to shoot a certain score for 9 holes. Otherwise, they got to do it again. Yeah, it creates a game, which was one of the things we talked about, rather than just going over there and pounding golf balls.
Yeah. And Travis, another area is in terms of young people. I see the smile on your face and the pride when you look at the development of the number of young people who have improved dramatically at playing golf coming through here at TPC.
Yeah, we spend a lot of our time with the youth. We have a lot of good programs here at TPC Wisconsin with the PGA Junior League that we offer. We have a summerizer program. We have a winterizer program. We do a Boys of Fall program. And then we probably work with about 200 juniors on an individual private basis as well.
Let me go one place before
Did
you
you hear
take
what he
it.
said? 200.
Yeah. Let me go one thing before you talk about foundation, and that is this fall and winter you're going to have a new teaching facility to work from. You're working from it now, but when we get to the off season, you're going to have access to things as a member at TPC in learning that just otherwise hasn't been available. Tell me how excited you are about that process that's across the street.
I can't wait. It's going to be the state-of-the-art golf academy. It's going to have 4 hitting bays where you're hitting from the inside, hitting out that's heated. And if it is too cold of weather or we wanted to work on course management in the winter, it'll have a retractable simulator screen that'll come down. It'll have the TrackMan 4 technology with radar. So we'll have that coming out of every bay. We have a putting studio inside there that will have putt view technology along with Sam Putt Lab. So we think we have all the tools, we have the instructors, we have the facility to take anybody's game to that next level.
Even Paul's?
Well, wait a while.
They have a special section over there for left-handers.
Right-handed players.
And there's another thing that's also new. It's been around for a short period of time, but is an integral part of this entire operation, and that's the foundation. And part of the foundation, the goal there, is girls golf.
Correct. We've got a few different programs that are currently running. We started a program for Madison East and the Follett girls high school teams where we've done a couple academies with them already this summer, trying to get enough players for both of those high schools to form a team. We just did the last 2 weeks, we worked with the program Parkview High School out of Orfordville, Wisconsin. This is their beginning year of their high school girls program, so we spent a couple sessions with them. And then next month in August, we're going to head up to Stevens Point area, and we're going to work with Amherst and Rhinelander, both 2 brand new high school girls programs coming to the state of Wisconsin.
Dennis, that's cool what you're doing with the foundation.
Well, it is that over there has more of my attention, more everything than the golf course on this side. This is good over here. What we did was great. We spent on, but over there now, this is This is real golf. And in his particular case, that's his priority. He doesn't have 15 different other jobs. We have teachers in our state that they teach, but that's not job one. This is job one here. And what we've been able to do, knowing that we can grow the game of golf through the women's market, the best place to start that is at the junior level. And being able to, the money we raise, to be able to use that money for an instructor in a non-metropolitan area, that they have a girls' golf team at the high school, that coach can access that teacher. We pay the teacher, so we'll be able to go ahead and teach that girl fundamentals. That's a big deal for me. It's everything.
There's one additional thing you need to do between the two of you to complete this foundation.
Here's the BS.
When is the last time somebody had a left-handed teacher?
What does that have to do with it?
That left-handers can go to, because it would help, I think, because everything you reverse it. You got to reverse it.
Just put you in front of a mirror, and it's turned around and make the same swing.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Travis wasn't going to tackle that one.
No.
We'll be back after this timeout.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one stop.
Clear. Break number 3. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Sport. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2025 American Family Insurance Championship. This year's event debuted a new team competition and a new location at TPC Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to TPC Wisconsin June 5th through the 7th. Stay up to date on all things AmFam Champ at AmFamChampionship.com.
Escape to Wild Rock Golf Club in Wisconsin Dells, where championship golf meets breathtaking natural beauty. The perfect golf getaway awaits, with numerous luxurious lodging styles, perfect for groups of any size. Carved from the natural beauty of the area, Wild Rock is set against rolling hills, rugged terrain, and views you won't forget. Book your next round or stay and play package today and get ready for an exceptional golf experience. Visit wildrockgolf.com for more information. That's wildrockgolf.com.
Hi, Matt LePay, your friendly game announcer for Ridgetop Exteriors. Is your home ready to stand out this season? Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding.
Izzy is on the line. Izzy is on the line.
RidgetopExteriors.com for your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
When you or a loved one could use a helping hand, turn to the caring team of experts in senior living at Oak Park Place. This is Paul Braun, and when I needed someone to help me navigate senior living for my wife, I called Oak Park Place. They were with me every step of the way from the first call through move-in day. Choose a community that promotes independence when you want it, assistance when you need it. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Hey guys, it's Mike Heller.
Roger, you'll get music at 56.
You know this is my time of year, hitting the links, grilling out, boating. Better weather means Lombardi time. Lombardi Limonata, an Italian-inspired hard lemonade, locally owned and made with all natural ingredients, none of those artificial sweeteners.
30
and it
seconds.
goes great with just about any summertime activity, anytime, anywhere. Loosen up by picking up some Lombardi Limonata today at your local Festival Foods and make any time feel like summertime with Lombardi Limonata.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's
10 seconds. You got 10.
Use clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Mics are on.
Back with you talking golf on a Monday night at TPC Wisconsin. Paul Brown, Dennis Tiziani, Mike Heller with you. Dave McCann pushing most of the right buttons as far as we can tell. Brad back at the studio sometimes pushing right buttons. And Izzi Stricker joins us now from Illinois, where she is playing in the Women's State Open in Illinois, but it was less than a week ago, Izzy, that you were walking off the course after a playoff at Maple Bluff to win the state am. And I want to talk to you about that because I believe in your post-match interview, you said that you had not been in a playoff before. So let's go back a week and talk about how that state amateur finished up for you.
Yeah, it was definitely a whirlwind of a day. I went through all the emotions in the book. I thought I was out of the tournament, then I thought I was in the tournament a hole later. So that just kind of tells you how difficult Maple Bluff was set up, too. Like, you could be in it one hole and out the next just by how difficult they actually set the pins. But, yeah, that was my first ever playoff, I think. So I'm 1 for 1 right now.
There you go. We'll keep that winning percentage there. And also, I think Rob Hernandez interviewed you after it was all said and done. There's a couple of familiar names on the trophy that you got to join with your sister and your great aunt, and that had to be special for you.
It was special, and I knew that going in. My sister had won it a few years ago. She can't play it anymore because she's a pro, and I wanted to win it before I maybe turned pro after college, so it was cool to get a win underneath my belt, and to say that I'm a state amateur champion is an honor. So,
Izzy, the Stricker name brings success to the golf course. You as an individual and with the name of Stricker, is there pressure there? Do you feel that? What, if anything, what does it mean to be part of the Stricker family?
You know, I think when I was growing up, like starting golf, I really took that to heart and I let it get to my head. And I think with more experience and like being under the gun and just playing more, it didn't get to my head as much. And I'm starting to create my own name, and I have that in the back of my head always, but it's more of a privilege and an honor, and I wear that name with pride more than a burden, as some may think that I like get stressed or feel pressure, like you said, when I enter a tournament and people expect me to do well. But I've navigated that, and I've talked with my mom, my sister, and my dad on how they navigate it, and they give me advice to make that better. But you know, I don't really think about it much anymore, and like I said, I wear it with pride. So.
And when you're playing golf like that, everybody kind of has a support group that you surround yourself with. Who's in your support group?
I have a lot of people. My entire family, they're all in my corner. I mean, for example, the last day of the state amateur championship, I had all my grandparents. My aunts and uncles will come out. My parents are always there. My sister wasn't there this time. She was playing, but whenever she can be there, she's always there. So it's a great feeling to have all those people in my corner.
Well, let's talk about the Illinois State Open, which is where you are now, and kind enough to join us after a competitive round today. You shot a 1 over 73 today. Give me your sense of where you sit and how you played.
I played okay. They set it up pretty short, so it's gettable. I had wedge a lot of the holes. I'm with one of my teammates and then an incoming freshman this year, so we have some Badgers in Illinois, which is fun. Makes the trip fun. My sister's down here caddying for me. I've never played in this event. I don't play a ton in Illinois, but it's a quick drive down to Chicago, so I thought it'd be fun to play.
Two-parter, where do you need to improve and what do you do best with your golf?
You know, I would say I'm driving it really well right now, and I've always kept it in play pretty well. I feel like I could always work on my short game, getting it up and down everywhere. I putt it well also, but I feel like that area of my game could always use some improvement.
Yeah, so Grandpa's here, and we've talked about the putting game, and even your dad said last week it's just a matter of time on the putting green, right? That's part of how you're going to get better at that part of it?
Yes. You know, I've always been a decent putter, and I think I've got away with it in high school and junior golf, where I didn't need to be excellent in that area, but now to be an elite college player, you kind of have to be excellent everywhere, and I never really put in as much time on the putting green as I did in other areas, and so I'm starting to learn that's where I need to spend almost all of my time. So, and I have some pretty good putters in my circle that I can get some tips from. So, very fortunate in that area. But I think transitioning from high school to college, the short game area of everyone's game, to be an elite player, you kind of have to be better than everyone else in that area. So.
Izzi, I'm sorry to interrupt. Final 30 seconds or so with you. What's Bobby like as a caddy for you? How does that sister relationship on the course and given her experience, how does that part play for you?
She's probably my favorite caddy. She has a lot of knowledge, and being a early young pro, she has a lot of college experience under her belt, so we have a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. Well, continue best to you. We'll be watching and appreciate the chance to visit with you.
Yes, thank you guys.
Good luck. Good luck, Izzi.
Izzi playing in
the
Illinois State Open. And, she reflected the things that we talked about when we talked about her game a week ago when she was playing in the State Am, about the time that she'll need to spend more on the putting green.
Well, that's where it's always at. You figure it out. You're allowed 36 shots on the course and 36 shots putting.
Yeah.
Where do you think that you should spend your time?
How proud are you? I guess we're out of time. We'll get to that next week.
Oh, you get to a whole
I'm really
week
proud.
There you go. Whole week to think about expounding on your pride for Izzi and Bobby. What a great show!
A lot of fun.
We had a lot of talk about the Open and a little bit about Liv, and we talked about with Gary D'Amato up at the Wisconsin Men's State Am, and also with Izzi and Travis.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool.
You can send in applications for a left-handed instructor.
What?
We're out of time.
No, we got a mirror.
We'll be back. We'll do this again next Monday night, Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin.